So we are at Westfield, the shopping center of the England country. And we just had Nando's because we were hungry. And I just had chicken breast and a salad, so it's not too bad.
Very healthy, to be fair.
It's actually 50 grams of protein in that one chicken breast, which is
She's been
pretty
measuring
amazing.
everything she eats.
Only because I will get a sense of knowing what is in what food, so I know how to make better choices for myself.
Kind of good, actually.
Yeah, I actually enjoy measuring it. It's fun. But anyways, we are gonna go buy some stuff for ourselves. Me and have to return something and buy a new hat for the gym. But don't you guys ever feel like when you eat like a healthy food meal that you need something sweet after?
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Oh, look at that.
Coffee
There's
shop right here.
cupcakes downstairs.
No, there's a coffee shop right here.
Alright, I think I need some coffee even though I hate it. So, we just bought peanut butter stuffed Oreos.
We did.
And they were 12 pounds. I've never paid 12 pounds for a box of cookies. Ever.
We've been very good as well.
We're literally gonna have one and we're gonna eat half each.
Basically,
that's what we're gonna do every single day.
We're gonna be all day, guys.
Okay, so I'm gonna have the bigger half and you're gonna have the smaller half.
Sure.
I legit think people are gonna think we're selling cookies right now, but I ain't trying to do that right now.
Pretend we work for the Scouts. Wait, oh no, the small ones, the small ones.
No man, look at these.
They're not the big ones.
These are the standard size.
Oh my god.
Imagine I just dropped all of them right now on the floor.
I'd eat it. Enjoy. Because she only gets one out for herself.
You ready?
Yeah. I'm biting, man. Is it what you thought it was? Did you think it was? Yo, it's going down as crisis right now. It's a problem. We're gonna have to shut this down so you don't see how many we eat just now. So good. God damn. Oh, give me that. Game over, guys. We're gonna finish them all off now.
You didn't know I was following you. You didn't. And you looked in the mirror too. You didn't see me.
Yo, wait. I thought it was a guy behind me with a red jacket on. It was you. Wait, how long have you been following me?
For a while now.
When you went down there? Like, where?
So today I'm going to teach you how to make a round roti, and for this you're going to need some flour, which can be all-purpose flour, self-raising flour, or whole wheat flour. You're going to need some oil, vegetable oil, or olive oil will do. And you're going to need a velena to roll out your rotis, and you will also need a tava to make your rotis on. I'm going to turn the cold water on, leave it running, and then I'm going to put the bowl under the water and get some water in there. It's about half of a cup. I usually just eye it, to be honest. I'm literally just going to mix the flour and the water together, keep scraping off the edges. You can also use a stand mixer for this, but I can't be bothered washing all those things, even though it's one more accessory. I just use my hand. It's the easiest thing instead of taking your machine out, setting up your machine, plugging in your machine, and all that nonsense. So I'm just gonna keep adding a bit more water until I can like gather all the flour together without it being dry kind of thing. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil into it. Oil is not mandatory. I do use it just so the flour isn't so sticky after it's made. I'm literally just adding water in bits because you don't want to add too much water at one time because you're gonna need more flour. It's gonna be too wet and squishy. So I'm literally just gonna squish the flour with my hands, and I don't know if any of you make the dough with your hands or using a machine, but when you use your hand, you're gonna have to make like a fist later on, and you're gonna have to like literally punch it like slowly. So as I'm squishing it, I'm gonna lift it, like I punch it a bit and then I lift it from the bottom, rotate it, punch it again, pick it up, flip it, rotate it, and repeat a couple of times. I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but I used about 2 cups of flour and started with about half of a cup of water. When I'm done, I grab a plastic container with the lid and drizzle some oil in it because I don't want the dough to stick to the bottom or the container. And then I like to make a pretty little ball with a flat surface and then put it in. I don't know, it's so satisfying to do, and squishing it in after. And I like to flatten out my flour in the container to its size. And when you can see it bounces back a bit, then you know you've done it properly, because you don't want it to be too hard because then your hands are going to hurt so much after. Before you use your tawa, make sure you wash it with soap and water and just scrub it a bit, because when you used it last, you probably didn't wash it before putting it away. I don't know, I've never really been in a house where they do that. So make sure you wash it and then rinse it, and then as soon as you put it on the stove, it'll dry up automatically. This is my favorite part. I love washing the tawa. It's like the best thing in the world. Then you grab a little bit of dough from your container, and I literally just roll it around in my hands, and then you do this thing. It's called the roll and slap on your hand. So it's called the roll and slap. You're literally just like squishing it up. I've seen people also just squish it in their hand, but you can do whatever works for you. And then I roll it into a little cute ball. Then I cover it all up with flour so it's not sticky when I make it a bit bigger, as you can see here. So I'm literally holding it, I'm turning it around with one hand while I'm squishing it with my thumb from my other hand. So my left hand is squishing it with my thumb and the other hand is like kind of rotating it. And then when I do that, I cover it up in a little bit more flour and I put it on the counter to roll. I take my velana and now I'm rolling it, and I don't know if you guys know the story. It's not really a story, but if your roti can turn in circles while you're rolling it, that means you have mastered the roti. Okay, so mine kind of turns a bit sometimes it doesn't. I don't know, maybe there's not enough flour on it. I don't know what it is, but all I know is my mom's a master pro at roti making, because hers turn like no tomorrow. And then you literally just slap it in your hands back and forth. I'm so sorry for my terminology. And this pretty much makes the roti a bit more bigger and gets all the extra flour off, and then you put it on the tawa. If you guys are beginners, you can use tongs, but wait for it to cook a bit before you break it. I literally just use my hand. So I constantly flip it when I think it's done. If not, you can just flip it, look at it, put it back. And I wait till these little brown dots pop up on the side I put down first, and then I cook the other side. And here you can see me squishing the parts that are kind of dark, because that's like the uncooked part. If you guys can't do that with your hands, you can also use a towel, like a tea towel, or you can use that roti squisher thing that I used. I don't know where to get that from. Probably the Indian store. So as you can see, I only flipped it once and I'm still cooking the other side. So now when the other side gets bigger circles on it, then I cook the other side again. It's kind of complicated to explain, but you can just see the process. And comment down below, because there's 2 sides to this roti. But what side do you guys consider the top side? Is it the side with these big dots, or is it the side with the smaller dots and with the edges cooked? Because there's one side that's different from the other, even though it may look alike. So what side is the top side for you? But that's what they say. So this is pretty much it. You can choose to butter it after if you want. It depends on personal preference, and that's about it. And if it's not perfect, just try again and do it all over. And come on, I'm obviously not gonna make perfectly round rotis every single time. I do have my occasional, like this one had a little bit sticking out, but it's not the end of the world. As long as you can make a semi-round roti and not a square, you're good. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Peace.
You can put your dollar on me. Promise I'll be everything you want and you need. You got Got me going up and above, I can't get enough. It's like you put a spell on me. If you really bout it, then I'm bout it for sure. Yeah, you know I'm different than the ones before. Ain't nobody gotta know, we can keep it on the low. You're the one I've been looking for.